What's going on, y'all? Back with another episode of Thinking Football. The best receiver in the draft, Atlanta Falcons receiver Drake London. Looking forward to this. I was pretty high on him, pretty high on this receiver class altogether. Like just depth, draft class altogether, just depth. Looking forward to see how they play once they get on the field. If y'all know how he's doing in OTAs, how he's doing in camp, y'all let me know. Drop it down in the comment section. I have not been really tuned into much football besides watching the rookie highlights, so I haven't really had my ear to a lot of things at the moment, like I would like to. But it is what it is. So appreciate y'all for keeping me informed on a lot of things. And we can go ahead and jump into it. Shout out to Thinking Football. Really like their channel, man. Really like their channel. So let's get to it.
Over the past decade.
Oh. Hold on. It was just in my headphones, and now it's not. We went to speakers. Oh, there you go.
USC has produced a steady stream of Pro Bowl wideouts for the NFL. From Robert Woods to Juju to Michael Pittman, there have been some real playmakers coming out of LA. But this year's Trojan receiver might just be the best of them all. The 6'4", 215-pound beast, Drake London. When we covered Amon-Ra St. Brown last season, London jumped out in every single game. Constantly
how is Brian Edwards doing too?
His physical nature on the field. In his first two seasons, London served as a number 3 and 2 behind Pittman and St. Brown, excelling as a complementary piece. But this past season, it was his turn to be the guy, and he elevated his game to another level.
Oh my god!
Posting a career high 1,084
yards,
88 receptions, and 7 touchdowns in just 8 games.
Man.
London doesn't just catch the ball, he snatches it out of the air and makes it his. Possessing truly elite hands, Drake always meets the ball at its highest point, fighting for the ball like he's trying to pad his rebounding stats. Here against Arizona, London is going to get open on the post versus a drop 8 defense, but Slovis short arms the throw. Watch how he adjusts to the bad ball.
Slovis, he pretty nice,
bringing his route to a stop, then elevating to make sure no one else has a chance. Taking contact through the catch and spinning for extra yardage. And here against Washington State, he makes a spectacular look routine. The corner plays this pretty well, staying locked to London's hip on the fade route, in a good position to make a play on the ball if it comes his way.
He's covered pretty
Jackson
well right
Dart
there.
Lobs it up to give 15 a chance. And watch how he contorts his body, going full extension while falling back to secure the catch. Lined up in the slot again, London's post route will get him manned up one-on-one on the free safety. The DB isn't fooled by Drake's head fake on the cut, so London initiates a contact, stacking the defender on his back, creating a window for the catch. The safety can only spectate, clinging onto his shoulders like a koala as London makes another ridiculous grab.
Good positioning.
He can do it in the biggest moments too.
And he's taller
taller
than most DBs anyway, so
just
as long as he can get in front of them,
London once again elevates above the defense to seize the ball. His post will get him bracketed by the safety and the dropping middle linebacker, but doubles are ineffective when you just simply rise above everybody, grabbing the game winner. And he doesn't even need 2 hands. The corner.
Who's the quarterback? Quarterback is, what's his name? Desmond Ritter. Okay, y'all let me know how he's been doing as well in camp. What are we looking at as far as him and Marcus Mariota? They have a nice receiver set with Brian Edwards, him, Kyle Pitts, who they got? Zacchaeus. Who's some other receivers that they got that are solid? Russell Gage went to the Buccaneers, so they miss him a little bit. Still got Cordell Patterson, even though he's playing running back as well, but he plays both. So y'all let me know how for sure how the quarterbacks have been doing. It's just, them being mobile QBs. I kind of would want a pocket quarterback in this situation to see the receiver shine. It's a little different in a mobile with a mobile quarterback, but we'll see how it plays out.
Corner looks to be all over him on the end zone fade, but London
just kind of want to see them,
really
get their full potential.
Snagging the well-placed ball out of the air
Oh
with
my
just one
gosh.
hand.
His catch radius is
the
crazy.
ability to fight back for the ball and meet it at its apex with soft hands makes him a real asset running curls and hitches. He works back hard to help his quarterback when the coverage is tight. Elongate the timing window QBs have to throw these, able to bail them out after late throws.
All hands too, man.
In his time at USC, London showed above average route running, displaying some nifty release work, crisp out and hitch patterns, as well as good double moves and second level craft. Watch how he defeats a press here against Arizona. London gets the DB to open up outside with a sweet release to sell the fade, dodging the DB's punch and working underneath, creating acres of space on the slant. And he won't get the ball here, but this is a nasty route. He'll give a little shimmy at the line, turning the corner into a Beyblade, opening up the free release. Then watch how he jabs his foot to attack the panicking corner's blind spot, turning his man around again.
That was nice.
Before sitting down in the empty space. Oh my gosh,
that was nice. I thought he was going to cut back inside. That was nice.
Knowing how to sell the deep route on the release, making all his stems look the same, before sharp cutting 90 degrees, creating separation for the boundary throws. The corner is forced to backpedal fast with the threat of Drake beating him over the top, and a crisp cut gets him wide open. The ability to run the out and make it look like a normal deep route is an excellent asset to set up the double move. Watch here as he sells the move 12 yards deep. The break in the footwork forced the DB to respect the cut, leaving him trailing when London cuts back north. Drake shows a great feel, realizing that he can push the inside with the corner biting so hard, opening up a bigger window for the throw. And Slovis,
he just turned it on right there,
throwing the ball, requiring Drake to once again rise above his man, plucking the ball out of the sky.
He's slipping with some of these underthrows.
Once London gets the ball in his hands, he knows just what to do with it, being one of the most impressive receivers after the catch I've studied. Seldom brought down by just one man, London is able to use
I do remember that from his highlights.
Like a wave through a sandcastle.
Like, oh my gosh. I do remember that from his highlights. I was comparing him to Mike Evans, but like a more shiftier Mike Evans at the time. I mean, Mike's 6'5", he's 6'3" officially, but 6'3" in some. But definitely a lot more shiftier than I feel like Mike and some of these taller receivers.
Man, London is able to use his size to plow his way through defenders like a wave through a sandcastle. But it's not just his power. London is incredibly nimble and shifty for his size, sidestepping and juking defenders out of his path.
Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, he like that.
Check out this incredible play against UCLA. From the slot, London will go up the seam versus the Bruins cover 6, finding himself wide open when his safety rotates down to take away the curl. He should be hitting stride here for the score, but Slovis underthrows him once more, forcing him to stop his momentum and work back for the ball. Pivoting right after the catch, stiff-arming one man, brace for the attempted strip, spin out of 2 arm tackles, and break another for 6.
Gosh, wow.
When you've got someone with these type of moves, you gotta find a way to get him the ball fast. And USC deployed him on a number of wide receiver screens.
Here and when you have players like that, little do most people know, when you have players like that, that mentality becomes contagious to where, okay, everybody want to fight for extra yards now. Because Cordell Patterson is already like that. Kyle Pitts has that in him. And then you add Drake to the mix. It's only going to make them tougher as an offensive unit. And then who was their running back? Y'all let me know, because I don't know. I think they cut, what was his name? I can't think. It was a running back they had. I liked him. He used to play for the Panthers at one point in time. But yeah, they cut him. But like I said, just that mentality becomes contagious. So therefore, everybody else has, adapts, at least a little bit of it to where it benefits everybody offensively.
Set Drake up on the screen using the motion
when they get the ball in their hands, don't
just for the offense. Drake does a great job to follow his blockers, and with
always look for extra yards.
Takes the high route,
clearing
his man for the first.
Yeah, dog.
And here, it's London's time to be the motion man. However, this time, the motion is to disguise the screen,
green tea.
Bringing him in tight, then sending him back out into the flat on the screen. Notre Dame's blitz forces a double clutch on the throw, requiring London to wait on it, catching it 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage with a defender bearing down on him. But London's too strong, shrugging aside the tackler and showing good vision to turn a 5-yard loss into a 10-yard gain.
Wow.
And this play is just ridiculous. Coming off of the fake zone, Drake gets the ball out short in the flat, but has 2 defenders closing in. So, London takes the only available route, taking off like a transatlantic flight, hurdling the safety with room to spare, jogging in for 6. London has a sixth sense for how to find the soft spot in the zone, knowing how to exploit the gaps, and exactly where to cut to when the play breaks down. Here against UCLA, Drake is going to come in the motion.
It's a big thing, finding a soft spot in the zone,
acting as the edge sealer,
having that field awareness as a receiver.
Play action concept. He does a great job holding the end down to create space for Slovis's roll action, but it's what he does after that's special. Look at how he fades his check down route into open space.
Oh yeah.
Giving the hurried Slovis an outlet and making this into a positive play. It takes a great football IQ and a real feel for the game to be able to do this. A year later against UCLA, London is again going to show us that incredible feel, but this time on the scramble drill. Slovis is going to be forced to roll right, but instead of just beelining it to the corner, Drake fades back into the end zone, finding the gap between the safeties, then making himself a big target for his QB. The play is again going to break down against Cal here, but keep your eyes on 15. He first works back to the near side when he sees his QB flush left, but eyeing the converging zones, knows this isn't creating an outlet, so diverts his path north, opening up at least an option of a throw. Slovis puts it up there, giving his man a chance, and Drake once again outjumps the defender for the big grab. The best of the best don't just impact the game from a single point. Their presence manipulates the space, creating multiple areas of weaknesses for the offense to exploit.
That was a nice play.
Everyone in the stadium knew he was getting the ball with the numbers he was racking up, forcing teams to commit multiple bodies to him, opening up space for his teammates.
Okay. All right, QB.
There's an old saying, if you don't block, you don't get the rock. Well, with the way London blocks, it looks like he's trying to prove to his OC he deserves the ball on every passing down. And it's not just his willingness, he's damn good at it too, resembling a tight end more than a wideout. Tasked with blocking 40 here, London doesn't just keep him off his back, but introduces him to the turf.
Oh my gosh.
Here against Cal, he's going to lead the way.
Got a pancake.
And does a fantastic job along with the tackle to spring the run. Watch how he gets under his man despite the big height difference, getting into his man's chest and sealing him out of the play. And more great work here on the edge. Here, cracking down on the end, allowing the tackle to pull and get out into space. The effort is
I feel like he would have fit the Patriots system so well.
His all until the whistle is called. Here, he immediately eats up the space and benches the corner to get him off balance. When he sees a back coming his way, he keeps up the pressure, sealing off a route to the sideline before disengaging to work to the next man. And it's not just a run support either. London shows the hustle to get downfield and throw blocks to help out his fellow wideouts. When it comes to London's game, there are still some areas that need improvement. His route running showed some promise, but the tree remained rather limited, being mainly used on slants, outs, hitches, fades, and posts. Depending on the offense he joins in the NFL, he could be asked to run upwards of 30 routes, all whilst knowing how to adjust them on the fly based on the coverage he's seen. While he's shown promise, this is going to take him some time to adapt to. The other main concern for London is his speed, especially coming off of a leg injury.
I feel like he was going to address that, but not the leg injury, but the speed. But that's like the last thing I'm worried about. You don't have to have elite speed to be a good receiver. But he's just talking about his weaknesses, so I understand. But I did not know he had a leg injury, so I just learned something new.
Scouts already had questioned about his pace, and while I tend to think they're a little overblown, injuries are always concerning. Another thing that shows up on tape is his tendency to take a false step on his releases. It's not every release, and we highlighted some nice ones in this video, but it'll be something his wide receiver coach will need to coach out of him at the next level, or he's going to make it easier on more physical pressed corners. Showing an outstanding ability to make the ball his, as well as moves that will make you say, Drake London has all the tools to be a number one guy in the NFL. In terms of player comparison, he reminds me so much of Mike Williams and Mike Evans coming out of college. All are big body receivers who are excellent at the catch point, near impossible to bring down, and just have that it factor, always one play away from breaking the game. If he commits to his craft, he's got a chance to be a superstar. Thank you for watching.
If there's anything from Thinking Football that y'all want me to react to, just comment it down below in the comment section. I really like that channel a lot, man. Very informative. Just the way they break down players' positives and weaknesses, and just show plays that I haven't seen before, or at least that I don't recall seeing before. But yeah, man, y'all hit that like button for me. Also subscribe, drop a comment down below. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.